Hello, my friend, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Daily. My name is Aaron Machbitz. Let's talk about the December 22nd edition of Monday Night Raw. In my opinion, the match of the night was Rhea Ripley versus Asuka, and that match actually opened the show, and it was the match of the night for me. Now, when you're looking at like the totality of a professional wrestling show or a WWE show, the two most important matches of the whole show are going to be the opening match and the closing match. The opening match and the main event. Why is the opening match important? Because you want to start the show off on a really strong, powerful note that draws the fans in and then keeps them going all the way until the main event. Like, think of any great movie that you know or love. The first scene, the opening scene of that movie is going to attract you, is going to excite you, is going to draw you into the story for the rest of the movie. And then, of course, the movie ends on some sort of high, cinematic experience. And then everyone rides off into the sunset. It's the same for a professional wrestling show. Throughout a wrestling show, you have different stories. It's not like a one movie where there's a through line of the story throughout, right? A WWE show or a Monday Night Raw has many different stories throughout, whether it's, Asuka and Rhea Ripley or, Judgment Day, or it's Stephanie McCool, or it's, The Vision, or it's Gunther, or it's AJ Styles, right? There's many different stories throughout the WWE show, but still the opening match is extremely important and has to be hot and really good and like wants to draw the fans in, and then you keep them engaged for the rest of the show, and then usually the main event is what they deem most important because that's what you're going to remember when you leave because that's the last thing that you saw. And so speaking of that sort of order on how things run in terms of a wrestling show, the December 22nd edition of Monday Night Raw opened with Asuka and Rhea Ripley, and it was awesome. Two of the best professional wrestlers on the planet, not just women, but two of the best professional wrestlers on the planet, absolutely going nuts. A little interference. You saw Io Sky, you saw Asuka pick up the win, I believe, and now we're going to see on January 5th the tag team championships be defended, which I think Rhea Ripley and Io Sky will win. And so that's going to happen on January 5th. I felt like this December 22nd edition of Monday Night Raw was dominated by a lot of really good women's matches and women's segments. You also saw a Bayley Roxanne Perez match. That was awesome. You also saw a great segment between Maxine Dupree and Becky Lynch. I have all the respect in the world for Maxine Dupree. And I think you should as well. I mean, it's easy to respect someone who is dedicated to a craft that they've never done before, Maxine Dupree, and then continuously get better at it over and over and over again because of the utmost level of commitment you had to it. Yes, it's her job. Yes, she's getting paid. That doesn't mean she has to put in the work that she's putting in. It doesn't mean that she has to absolutely be dedicated to that craft. And you can see it in her facial expressions. You can see it in the way she moves in the ring. You can see it in the way she executes, that she cares about what she's doing. And she's carrying that Intercontinental Championship very well. And I really love this sort of feud between Maxine and Becky. I love the character arc of Becky Lynch right now. Sports Illustrated and Bleacher Report say that she's the greatest women's wrestler of all time. There's a massive argument to be made for that, and I really like the sort of matchup between Becky Lynch being the living legend and Maxine Dupree being the really, really dedicated, committed upstart who's gotten so much better in the ring, and they clash. I think Becky Lynch is eventually going to win that strap back, but it really does put Maxine Dupree in the category of like, okay, she's going to continuously be on Monday Night Raw, and she's going to continuously get these opportunities. Again, another living legend is Bayley, who had a very interesting match with Roxanne Perez. And then you saw also sort of the trouble in paradise, the miscommunication in the Judgment Day. Is one of those women actually going to break out? Like, is Raquel Rodriguez going to break out and be like this big time babyface in the women's division, which I think would be cool? Roxanne Perez is one of the best that they have. And where's Liv Morgan going to go? Is she going to challenge Stephanie McCool? Who knows? Because right now, Stephanie McCool has a challenger in Nikki Bella, which I think is absolutely stupid and a bad choice. And in the triple threat match is also Raquel Rodriguez, which really no one believes she's going to win just yet. I think Stephanie McCool is going to retain in the triple threat match, but she really needs a challenger. And I think it could be Liv Morgan. I think that would be awesome. Or just have like a really long just like deep feud with the Judgment Day itself, meaning Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez, and then maybe Liv sort of sneaks in the back door and steals a win and steals the title. Potentially, you could see that. But I would say a couple of the most important things from the show, outside of those things I just mentioned, was Austin Theory. Austin Theory was the masked man. It was uncovered that Austin Theory was the masked man, and now he's sort of forcing his way into the Vision. And the way he spoke and the way he moved and the way he talked to Paul Heyman and the way he wrestled in the main event really goes to show you this new and improved Austin Theory, and I absolutely love it. Don't get it twisted with Austin Theory. He is one hell of a professional wrestler. He has a great look, he has strength, he has speed. His career kind of peaked when he beat John Cena at WrestleMania, and there's really nowhere for him to go. So he sort of floated around in the mid-card, but now I think he's exactly where he needs to be. He beats the Vision beats CM Punk and Rey Mysterio last night. Austin Theory uses the curb stomp to beat Rey Mysterio. The show ends with an absolutely massive spear from Braun Breaker to CM Punk. But I really, really do like Austin Theory as part of this group. I think he really completes sort of the Vision, and it'll be very interesting what happens when Seth Rollins returns. So that's very interesting. We'll get to CM Punk and Braun Breaker in 1 second. But Gunther, the biggest heel in the company right now since he made John Cena tap out, the only way to capitalize on Gunther's momentum is to give him one of the best baby faces to challenge him. And that could be AJ Styles. That could be CM Punk. But really to capitalize on Gunther's momentum of getting booed out the building and being the biggest heel in the company since he made John Cena tap out, is he needs a feud, he needs a set of matches, whatever you want to call it, with a good babyface to continue him delivering this type of heat and to dominate that babyface. And then I think it's eventually going to lead to Gunther either winning the Royal Rumble, probably not though, but most likely going to WrestleMania to face Brock Lesnar, and either retiring Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania or retiring him at SummerSlam. It's going to happen, and then the sort of the aura and the mystique and the legend killer aspect of Gunther is going to continue and to continue and to continue. And speaking of legacy, what WWE has to do if they really care about entering this quote-unquote new era since John Cena has retired is they have to have Braun Breaker win the strap on January 5th. CM Punk doesn't need to be champion anymore. Nobody cares about CM Punk. CM Punk sucks. Braun Breaker is the future. And it's time now to pull the trigger. So on January 5th, I pray to all the wrestling gods, to JBL himself, that Braun Breaker beats CM Punk on January 5th. And Braun Breaker is the one to hold the World Heavyweight Championship going into WrestleMania 42. And I think LA Knight should win the Royal Rumble, and then you can have LA Knight versus Braun Breaker at WrestleMania 42. CM Punk finds a different feud. I think you have Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton on for a title match. I think you have Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns for the WWE Undisputed Championship, and you have Gunther versus Brock Lesnar, and then obviously CM Punk is also in a marquee match as well. But those are some of my few predictions for WrestleMania 42 just based on watching Monday Night Raw. But the most important thing that needs to happen is Braun Breaker must beat CM Punk on January 5th. I think that is the direction WWE needs to go. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd absolutely love to hear from you. And then like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Lots of love. Cheers.